from Hamza Omar. Welcome to WSHS News. Today, we have the 6th grade students of Sacred Heart School doing a project on the body systems. I will be talking about the nervous system. The nervous system is made up of nerve cells. So whenever you are touched, hit, or if you touch something, it sends an electric shock to the brain. And the brain decodes it so you feel whatever you touched or that touched you. Now, the brain lies within the skull and is shaped like a mushroom. The brain consists of 4 principal parts: the brainstem, the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the diencephalon. The brain weighs approximately 1.3 to 1.4 kilograms. It has nerve cells called the neurons and supporting cells called the glia. There are 2 types of matter in the brain: gray matter and white matter. Gray matter receives and stores impulses. Cell bodies of neurons and neuroglia are in the gray matter. White matter in the brain carries impulses to and from the gray matter. It consists of the nerve fibers, axons. Now let's talk about nervous system viruses. Rabies. Yep. It hurts a lot when you get bitten by a dog. But a wild dog, that's the next level, because it's not just the pain. It can make you stiff as a board. Then it will make you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's the last one, but the effect is death. Now, back to me again to talk about the Epstein-Barr virus. Epstein-Barr is the virus that causes mononucleosis. You might know this disease better by its nickname, mono. It is also called the kissing disease because of one way you can spread it to someone else. Once you're infected with EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, symptoms can take up to 4 to 6 weeks to show up. When they do, they're often mild, especially in young children, kids. Symptoms may be more like those of a cold or flu. Teens often have more obvious symptoms of mono. If you do get symptoms, you'll most likely have fatigue, fever, lack of appetite, rash, sore throat, swollen glands in the neck, weakness, and sore muscles. How it spreads. This virus is found in saliva. You can catch mono from kissing someone who's infected. You can also get it from drinking from the same glass or using an infected person's toothbrush. It is also found in blood and semen. So it is possible to get mono from sex, a blood transfusion, or an organ transplant. You don't have to be sick to pass the virus to someone else. EBV stays in your body long after you get over mono. The virus can become active again months or years later, making you contagious once more. Although you should start feeling better in 2 to 4 weeks, the fatigue can stick around much longer. You may still feel tired a couple of months later, but that's pretty much it. Well, thank you for your time. Hopefully you don't have EBV, because if you do, I'll hunt you down because I don't want EBV. Bye.
Welcome back to WSHS. Our names are Katie Ferguson, Dominica Bacarizo, and Aaliyah Brown, and we are going to present to you our health project on the circulatory system. Here's Aaliyah Brown with some information for you.
The circulatory system is an organ that transfers oxygen, hormones, blood cells, nutrients, and carbon dioxide throughout the body. It consists of 3 systems that work together: the heart, cardiovascular, the arteries, veins, and capillaries, systemic, and the lungs, pulmonary. First, let's talk about the heart. The heart is a key organ in the circulatory system. Its main function is to propel the blood throughout the body. The heart pumps blood through the tubes called blood vessels, which leads into the systemic system consisting of blood vessels. There are 3 different types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from your heart. Veins do the opposite and carry blood to your heart. Capillaries are between the arteries and veins. They take nutrients and oxygen to all the other cells in the body.
The next and last individual system in the circulatory system is the pulmonary system. The pulmonary system consists of your lungs. Blood that has little oxygen or deoxygenated blood goes from the pulmonary capillaries into the vena cava, which is the main vein in the body, and flows into the right atrium and out the right ventricle of the heart and gets carried to the lungs. In the lungs, the oxygen-poor blood releases carbon dioxide and collects more oxygen from the alveoli. These are little sacs in the lungs where the trade of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. Blood that has a lot of oxygen is called oxygenated blood. The aorta, which is the main artery in the body, carries oxygenated blood from the lungs into the left atrium of the heart and flows into the left ventricle of the heart. There it is pumped through the aorta into even smaller blood vessels called capillaries. The blood in the capillaries is sent throughout the body to all the body cells along with all the oxygen, nutrients, and hormones. That is all three individual systems in the circulatory system.
Blood has two different parts, solids and liquids. Blood plasma is a liquid part of the blood. It makes up about 50% of blood's total volume. Plasma transports blood cells and dissolved food. The solid parts of blood are red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Red blood cells are responsible for taking away some waste and delivering oxygen to all other cells in your body. White blood cells help fight germs and bad bacteria that enter the body. Platelets are small structures in your body that make your blood clot. Clotting is important because it keeps you from losing too much blood when you have a cut. The force of blood pushing against the vessel walls is called blood pressure. It is greatest when the heart contracts. It is lowest when the heart relaxes. Blood can be replaced through a transfusion, in which blood is transferred from the one person to another. When blood is transfused, the blood types need to match.
Blood types are how you classify blood depending on the type of protein in your red blood cells. There are 4 blood types, A, B, AB, and O. During a transfusion, the blood types need to match, otherwise the blood cells will stick together and cause major health problems, and in many cases death. You also have an RH factor. It is either positive or negative. RH factors are also based on the protein in your red blood cells. When you get a transfusion, the RH factors must also match. Fun facts. There are approximately 5 liters of blood that the arteries, veins, and capillaries transport. Blood plasma is about 92% of water. About 8 million blood cells die each second, and the same number are born each second. In a tiny drop of blood, there are roughly 5 million red blood cells.
Common diseases. Here are some common diseases that affect the circulatory system. Heart disease. Heart disease is a disease in which the heart cannot pump blood properly, therefore not meeting the body's cells' needs for oxygen, nutrients, and dissolved food. Stroke. Stroke is a dangerous condition in which there is some interruption in a blood vessel to the brain, causing the brain to have a lack of blood in all it carries, making brain cells die. Cardiomyopathy. This is a chronic disease of the heart muscle in which there is an abnormality with the heart, causing it to be difficult for the heart to pump blood throughout the body. Atherosclerosis. A disease in which plaque builds up inside your blood vessels. Plaque is made of fat, cholesterol, calcium, and other substances found in blood. Over time, the plaque gathers and hardens, making the blood vessels narrower, causing interruptions in the blood flow, therefore causing the cells in the body not to get the things they need.
The circulatory system works very closely with these systems. The respiratory system. This system brings oxygen into the lungs where the blood in the pulmonary arteries pick up oxygen and deliver it through the body. The digestive system. This system breaks down food and takes out necessary nutrients, and it is placed in the bloodstream for cells in the body to use energy. The nervous system. This system is made up of the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. The brain sends messages to the heart telling it to beat. The heart pumps blood throughout the body so that our cells can get the things they need to function. The muscular system. The heart is a muscle. Therefore, they are obviously closely related. The heart pumps blood when the heart expands and contracts.
The immune system. This system is made up of white blood cells and antibodies which travel in your blood and are transported to the site of the infection or invasion and fight the injury or illness. Skeletal system. Marrow inside bones produce red and white blood cells. They are a part of the bloodstream and responsible for fighting off diseases. Your blood also carries calcium and minerals that are deposited at the bones and make them stronger. Endocrine system. This system is responsible for all your hormones. Hormones produced by these many glands travel through the bloodstream to needed parts of the body. For example, adrenaline, created by adrenal glands travels through the bloodstream to the heart, causing an increased heart rate.
Thank you.
When I'm having a bad day and need to pick me up, it's Diet Dew for me. Hear that crisp, refreshing sound?
Man, this stuff is good.
Hi, I am Jason.
And I am Nathan.
We have the skeletal system. The skeletal system is a body system consisting of bones and tissues connecting them. The skeletal system works closely with the muscular system. Bones help you move. Here's Nathan for some types of bone diseases.
Thanks, Jason. Some bone diseases include bone cancer, bone density, bone infections, osteoporosis, Paget's disease of bone, and rickets.
Here are some interesting facts about the skeletal system. Did you know that some of the smallest bones in your body are found in your ear? And the largest bone in your body is the femur.
Did you also know that over half the body's bones are in the hands and feet? Also, the only jointless bone in the body is the hyoid bone in your throat. What if we didn't have bones? Billy here does not have any bones. In this picture, this is an actual human being with no bones. If he had no bones.
And bones help you do this.
The end.
Back to WSHS.
My name's Kayla.
My name's Sarah. And my name's Megan. And we are here to tell you about the excretory system.
This is how the excretory system works. It is a close partner with both the circulatory and the endocrine system. The circulatory system connection is obvious. Blood that circulates through the body passes through one of the two kidneys. Urea, uric acid, and water are removed from the blood. Most of the water is put back into the system. This is what it does. It is responsible for the elimination of waste produced by human cells. There are several parts of the body that are involved in this process, such as sweat glands, the liver, the lungs, and the kidney system.
The excretory system is the body system. Its function is to get rid of bodily waste. This is called excretion. As Kayla said before, the parts of the body that are involved in this process are the sweat glands, liver, lungs, and kidney system. Some common diseases of the excretory system are kidney failure, kidney stone, urinary tract infection, and uremia. Kidney failure is when your kidney stops working, and that means that it cannot filter things that you don't need out of your blood. Kidney failure can stop the flow of urine because that is the waste you are getting rid of, and if you can't filter it out, if you can't filter the waste out of you, you can't get rid of it. A kidney stone is when waste collects in your kidney and forms a stone-like form. A urinary tract infection is inflammation to the renal system. The renal system is where urine is produced. This makes it uncomfortable but can lead to more serious diseases. Uremia is produced by abnormally high concentrations of nitrogenous things in the blood. The end product of this is usually filtered out in the kidney. This happens when there is any kind of kidney failure or disease. There are many systems that work with the excretory system. For example, the digestive system helps to produce solids and takes out nutrients to fuel your body. The leftovers turn into solid waste. The circulatory system plays a big role as well. The blood from the circulatory system passes through one of the two kidneys. In a single day, blood passes through your kidneys about 300 times. The endocrine system works with it too. It can help by removing waste from your blood and putting back a lot of water into your system.
These are some interesting facts about the excretory system. Number 1, you can live a healthy life with only one kidney. Number 2, in only one day, all your blood will pass through your kidneys 300 times on average. Number 3, kidney stones can be as big as ping pong balls. Number 4, the bladder is around the same size and weight as the brain. And number 5, the average human sweats about 1.5 gallons per day when active. Thank you for listening.
Welcome back to WSHS. We are going to be talking about the digestive system. Hey Ava, what is the system about?
Digestive system. The system of organs responsible for getting food into and out of the body and for making use of food to keep the body healthy. It includes the salivary glands, mouth, esophagus, stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, small intestine, colon, and rectum. The digestive system's organs are joined in a long twisting tube from the mouth to the rectum.
Hey Kennedy, what does the digestive system do and how does it work?
The walls of the small intestine absorb the digested nutrients into the bloodstream. The blood delivers the nutrients to the rest of the body, the large intestines. The waste produced of the digestive system.
Hey Kennedy, why is the system important?
The system is important because the digestive is important for breaking down food and delivering nutrients to the rest of the body.
Hey Ava, what diseases are associated with the digestive system?
Severe heartburn, yellowing of skin and whites of eyes from blockage into intestines, small pouches form into intestines, difficulty swallowing, Crohn's disease, chronic inflammatory disease primarily of the bowel, and inflammation of the lining of the abdominal cavity. Thank you.
We are doing the reproductive system. The reproductive system is the process by which organisms make more organisms like themselves. It works with the endocrine system to mature young people for sexual intercourse. And here is Jacob with some common diseases of the reproductive system.
Cervical cancer. The cervix is the lower part of the uterus that connects the womb to the vagina. It is a sexually transmitted organ, HPV. Prostate cancer is a walnut-sized gland in front of the male's rectum and under his bladder. It develops when cells within the prostate gland grow erratically. Chlamydia is a sexually transmitted infertility in both genders. Gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted disease that is caused by bacteria. Endometriosis, when tissue resembling the line of the uterus. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted disease by the bacteria Treponema. And here is a column with some interesting facts.
The smallest cells are sperm cells that are produced by males, and the reproductive system differs from male to female. And this is how it works. The male sex organs work together to produce and release semen into the reproductive system of the female during sexual intercourse. The male reproductive system also produces sex hormones, which help a boy develop into a sexually matured young man during puberty. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Colder, and I'm with Garrett and Brody, and this is our health project. The endocrine system is all the organs in the body that produce hormones. The endocrine system produces hormones that regulate metabolism, growth, development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, and mood. When hormone levels reach a normal amount, the endocrine system helps the body keep that level of hormone in the body. Endocrine disease is when the gland produces too much or too little hormones.
Traditional Chinese healers practiced endocrinology more than 2,000 years ago. Endocrinology is the branch of medicine that focuses on the endocrine system. The endocrine is sometimes at fault for osteoporosis, a bone disease. The term hormone is only about a century old. The endocrine system works with many other systems. It works with the digestive system through the pancreas, which produces insulin, a hormone that allows your body to use sugar from carbohydrates. It works with the nervous system and the reproductive system. The nervous system controls both of them. It sends impulses to secrete hormones and to release sperm and eggs. The endocrine system helps create hormones for reproduction.
Some of the hormones are the steroid hormone, which is made of cholesterol. Icosanoids is made of lipid hormones. And some of the others
are amino and peptides.
In the late 19th century and the 20th century, many endocrine system studies were conducted on dogs rather than on more typical lab animals such as mice and guinea pigs. Thank you.
Stop it! Stop laying on the ground! Stop! Is this day ever gonna end? I have no energy.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa here from the North Pole. And it looks like to me, Mr. Rain, you need a pick-me-up. Diet Dew, just for you.
Diet Dew?
Oh, that sweet caffeinated nectar of Mountain Dew with 0 calories?
Man, this stuff is good. Thanks, Santa.
Welcome back to WSHS. This is Jackson, this is Matt, and this is Josh. We are here to tell you about the musculatory system. The musculatory system is responsible for the movement of the body. Muscles are the only tissue in your body that has the ability to contract, therefore move other parts of the body. Related to the function of movement is the musculatory system's second function, the maintenance of posture and body position.
The muscles in the body are connected to the bone to move the body. When the nervous system signals the muscle to contract, groups of the muscles work together to move the skeleton. Skeleton muscles are voluntary muscles, which means you can control what they do. Tendons are cords made of tough tissues, and they work as a special connector pieces between bone and muscles. The tendons are attached so well that when you contract one of your muscles, the tendon and the bone will move along with it.
Here are some interesting facts about muscles. 40% of your body weight comes from muscles. Like I said earlier, your muscles are the only part of your tissue in your body that have the ability to contract. The musculatory system also works with the skeletal system and the circulatory system, because the circulatory system, the heart, is a muscle, and the musculatory system works with the skeletal system because the muscles, when they contract, they sort of like grip onto the bone, so you can move it around. And without muscles, you would be like Teddy here. He does not have any posture, and he falls down. But if you do have muscles, you look like this. Oh!
Welcome back to WSHS News. Hello, my name is Juliana, and we will be telling you about the respiratory system. We will be answering a few questions. Number 1, what is the system? Number 2, what does it do? Number 3, how does it work? Number 4, any common diseases? Number 5, interesting facts. And number 6, does it work closely with another system? The first question we will answer is question 1. What is a system? The respiratory system is the system that causes you to breathe. The respiratory system is a group of organs. Now I will answer question 4. Any common diseases? The respiratory system has many diseases. Some diseases include asthma, influenza, respiratory viruses, and bacterial pneumonia. Diseases of the respiratory system fall into 2 different categories. One category includes viruses such as influenza, bacterial pneumonia, and the respiratory virus. The other category is chronic diseases. Asthma is a chronic inflammation of the lung. It causes coughing and wheezing and shortness of breath. Since the respiratory system has to do with breathing in your lungs, lung cancer is also a disease of the respiratory system. Lung cancer is often the effect of smoking, but the disease can affect non-smokers as well. About 16,000 to 24,000 Americans die of lung cancer, even though they have never smoked. Like all cancers, lung cancer is caused by the uncontrolled growth of abnormal cells. But smoking is a major cause of lung cancer. The stuff in cigarettes can turn your lungs black. That's how this causes lung cancer. Back to you, Rachel.
Next, I will be talking about how the respiratory system works. The respiratory system works by taking the trustworthy organs and making them responsible for taking in oxygen and ejecting carbon dioxide. Now I will tell you about some interesting facts of the respiratory system. The left lung is a little bit bigger than the right lung. The hairs in our nose helps make sure that the air we breathe is clear, or we're just saying that the air is healthy. The highest record for the sneeze speed is 165 kilometers per hour. The area around the lungs, known as the surface, is about the size of a tennis court. The capillaries in the lung, if they were next to each other, would stretch of 1,600 kilometers. We lose half of a liter of oxygen every day because we breathe. When you can see your own breath, that is water vapor. Example, seeing your own breath, that is against a glass door. A person sitting in a chair / resting usually breathes between 12 and 15 times in a minute. Did you know all the breathing rate is a lot faster in children and women than it is in men? Back to Lisha.
Hi, my name is Lisha, and I would like to tell you about what the respiratory system does. Red blood cells collect oxygen from the lungs and carry it to where it is needed, according to the American Lung Association. During this process, the red blood cells collect carbon dioxide and bring it back to the lungs so it can be exhaled out. My next question is, does the respiratory system work closely with another system? It does work closely with another system. It works closely with the circulatory system because the circulatory system protects the lungs and brings nutrients to the lungs. The human body needs oxygen to sustain itself and live. Decrease or downside in oxygen is called hypoxia, and a complete lack of oxygen is called anaxia. Minutes without oxygen causes brain cells to die, which can lead to brain damage and ultimately death. In humans, the normal rate of breathing is dependent upon age. Newborns' accurate breathing rate is about 40 times each minute and may slow to 20 to 40 times per minute when an infant is sleeping, according to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Pulmonologists, a subspecialty of internal medicine, treat the respiratory system, including the lungs. Because of the critical nature of the respiratory system, pulmonologists work in hospitals as well as in private practice.
Thank you for listening to us tell about the respiratory system.
Hi, I'm Hamza Omar. Welcome to WSHS News. Today, we have the 6th grade students of Sacred Heart School doing a project on the body systems. Today, I will be doing the nervous system. Unfortunately, there's somebody who's missing. Kids. Symptoms may be more like those of a cold or flu. Teens often have more obvious symptoms of mono.
Hello, welcome back to WSHS. Our names are Katie Ferguson, Dominica Bacarizo, and Aaliyah Brown.
There are four blood types.
Hi, I am Jason.
And I am Nathan.
We have the skeletal system.
My name's Kira. My name's Sarah.
And my name is Sarah. No, wait, hold on. Can we start?
Okay.
At the WSHS.
My name's Kayla. My name's Sarah.
And my name's Sarah. No, wait, sorry.
Okay.
Back to WSHS.
My name's Kayla. My name's Sarah.
And my name's Meg. And we are here to tell you about the excretory system. Thank you for listening. And my name's Sarah.
Welcome back to WSHS. We are going to be talking about the digestive system.
The lining of the abdomen. Thank you.
You're welcome. We are doing the reproductive system. The reproductive system is the process by which organisms make more organisms like themselves, which help a boy develop into a sexually mature young man during puberty. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cole, and I'm with Jared and Brody, and this is our health project. The endocrine system is all the organs in the body that produce hormones. The endocrine system produces hormones that regulate metabolism, growth, development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, and mood. A hormone that allows your body to use sugar from carbohydrates. The system helps create hormones for reproduction.
Some of the hormones are the steroid hormone, which is made of cholesterol. Icosanoids is made of lipid hormones. And some of the others are amino and peptides. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, just everybody be quiet.
We're recording.
We can edit that out, it's fine.
Hello, I'm Jackson, and this is Matt, and this is John. Wait, we forgot to do the Click WSHS, really. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to WSHS.
So they'll go back a lot better and people will be able to see. What do you have to say, Hamza? What do we have to say? What do you have to say?
Welcome back to WSHS News.
Welcome back to WHS.
Don't worry, we will get this part out.
Thank you for listening to us tell about the respiratory system.